Hey, what's up, my people? How you doing? This is Yari Tips, and this is the sixth day of reading a book for 15 minutes every day. I skipped yesterday, so I wasn't consistent. So I did 5 days in a row, so I skipped today, and this is the sixth day. It's hard to read every day, bro. To come in front of the camera every day to record, it's a bit hard, but I'm trying. I'm trying to improve. I'm willing also to record the shadowing and repeat a post-play and repeat session so that you can also see how I do it, especially the shadowing session plus the reading session for 15 minutes. But it's a bit hard, but I will try. So today we are on Rich Dad Poor Dad. Of course, we have to end this book. It has 415 pages, and we are on the 38. So we have to end it. Let's roll. With them, for millions of people, that whole fear keeps them awake all night, causing a night of turmoil and worry. So, oh, guys, I didn't set the timer. Let me put the timer. I have to always use the timer. So, they get up and go to work, hoping that a paycheck will kill the fear of groaning at their soul. Money is running their lives, and they refuse to tell the truth about that. Money is in control of their emotion and their souls. Rich Dad sat quietly, letting his words sink in. Mike, I heard what he said, but I didn't understand fully what he was talking about. I just knew that I often wondered by grown-ups hurried off to work. I did not seem like much fun, and they never looked that happy. But something kept them going. Realizing we had absorbed as much as possible of what he was talking about, Rich Dad said, I want you both to avoid that trap. This is really what I want to teach you, not just to become rich. Because being rich does not solve the problems. It doesn't. It doesn't? I asked, surprised. No, it doesn't. Let me explain the other emotion. Desire, some call it greed, but I prefer desire. It's perfectly normal to desire something better, prettier, more fun, or exciting. So people also work for money because of desire. They desire money for the joy they didn't think it can buy. But the joy that money brings is often short-lived, and they soon need more money for joy, more pleasure, more comfort, and more security. So they keep working, thinking money will soothe their soul and are troubled by fear and desire. But money can't do that. Even rich people do this, might ask. Rich people included, said Rich Dad. In fact, the reason many rich people are rich isn't because of desire, but because of fear. They believe that money can eliminate the fear of being poor. So they amass tons of it only to find the fear gets worse. Now they fear losing their money. I have friends who kept working even though they have plenty. I know people who have millions who are more afraid now than when they were poor. They are terrified of losing it all. Their fears that drove them to get rich got worse. That weak, that weak and needy part of their souls is actually screaming louder. They don't want to lose the big houses because the high life high life money has bored them. They worry about what their friends will say if they lost all their money. Many are emotional, desperate, and neurotic. Although they look rich and have more money. So is a poor man happier? I asked, bro. That word asked ASKED. I don't know why I mispronounce it every time. I speak it like a French word. Ask, bro. Why? Okay, let's go. So is a poor man happier? I asked. Okay. So I don't think so. Reply to rich dad. The avoidance of money is just psychotic as being attached to money. As if on crew, the town derelict went past our table, stopping by the large rubbish can and rummaging around in it. The three of us watched him with great interest, when before we probably would have just ignored him. Rich dad pulled Adora out of his pocket and gestures to the older man. Seeing the money, the derelict came over immediately, took the bill, thanked Richard profusely, and hurried off. Ecstatic with his good fortune, is not much different from most of my employees, said Richard. I've met so many people who say, oh, I'm not interested in money, yet they will work at a job for 8 hours a day. That's a denial of truth. If they weren't interested in money, then why are they working? That kind of thinking is probably more psychotic than a person who hoards money. As I sat there listening to my rich dad, my mind flashed back to the countless time my own dad said, I'm not interested in money. He said those words often. He also covered himself by always saying, I work because I love my job. So many people say, oh, I'm not interested in money. Yet they will work at a job for 8 hours. So what do we do? I asked. Not work for money until all traces of fear and greed are gone? No, that will be a waste of time, said Richard. Emotions are what make us human. The word emotion stands for energy in motion. Be truthful about your emotion and use your mind and emotion in your favor, not against yourself. Wow, said Mike. Don't worry about what I just said. It will make more sense in years to come. Just be a just be an observer, not a reactor to your emotions. Most people do. Most people do not know that it's their emotions that are doing the thinking. Your emotions are your emotions, but you have got to learn to do your own thinking. Can you give me an example? I asked. Sure, replied Rich Dad. When a person says, I need to find a job, it's most likely an emotion doing the thinking. Fear of not having money generates that flow. But people do need money if they have bills to pay, I said. Sure they do, smiled Rich Dad. All I'm saying is that it's fear that is all too often doing the thinking. I don't understand, said Mike. For example, said Rich Dad, if the fear of not having enough money is arises, instead of immediately running out to get a job, they instead might ask themselves this question: will a job be the best solution to fear? this fear over the long run? In my opinion, the answer is no. A job is really a short-term solution to a long-term problem. But my dad is always saying, stay in school and get good grades so you can find a safe, secure job. I interjected, somewhat confused. Yes, I understand he says that, said rich dad, smiling. Most people recommend that, and it's a good path for most people. But people make that recommendation primarily out of fear. You mean my dad say that because he is afraid? Yes, said rich dad. He's terrified that you won't have enough money and won't fit into society. Don't get me wrong. He loves you and wants the best for you. I too believe an education and a job are important, but it won't handle the fear. You see, the same fear that makes him get up in the morning to earn a few bucks is the fear is causing him to be a fanatical about your going to school. So, what do you recommend? I asked. I want to teach you to master the power of money instead of being afraid of it. They don't teach that in school. And if you don't learn it, you become a slave of money. It was finally making sense. You wanted that to widen our views and to see what the Mr. Martins of this world couldn't see. He used examples that sounded cruel at the time, but I've never forgotten them. My vision widened that day, and I began to see the trap that lay ahead for most people. You see, we are all employees ultimately. We just work at different levels, said Rich Dad. I just want you boys to have a chance to avoid the trap caused by those two emotions, fear and desire.